Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing another dumb creating a we're creating Mexican Utopia today. That's what we're doing. Um, that's really all I have to say. For now at least. A lot of notification, but yeah, we're gonna be creating a Mexican Utopia today. I can't wait until I keep offending everyone. I'm gonna keep doing this series until I hit every country, and I've done America like 3 times, so I better catch up. So. Anyways, let's get right into it, I suppose. Okay. Alright. So let's begin creating our Mexican Utopia. Starting leading by a guy who looks like an Italian. Great start as always. We are creating a utopia with a guy who looks like an Italian. Good start. I want to get hit with a copyright strike. So, our two valiant heroes are going to begin negotiations to annex territory, fully begin our Mexican Utopia and all the jazz. I can't swear because YouTube's new guidelines say I can't do it within the first 8 seconds or else you're getting flagged. So for the longest time it was like, oh, like what was it, since 2020 it was like, oh, you can't swear within like the first minute and you can get paid. Okay, cool. Now you can't say anything profanity within the first 8 seconds, which sounds like an improvement until I realized how authoritarian they are about it. I mean, YouTube's policies might be the main reason why I've been like uploading less, I would say, compared to say in 2018, for example. I think my mentality now is just I'll upload whenever I want to. I don't really care. It's fun to play games and all that. I already have like a livable rent to work with, so I'll stream when I can and all that jazz. But yeah, that like warning strike, you could call it, in 2020 really set me back, I would say. So now my mentality is I'll upload whenever I want. So, So obviously for the past couple weeks, my internet's not really been that great. I lost my charger somewhere and I had to get another one. So my computer died midway through that. So that's why I couldn't upload before Christmas. And of course, I don't like uploading like during Christmas time. So naturally, I had to upload somewhere after Christmas. And well, now is my chance. So, So here I am. I think the worst part is I had to hear about like the demonetization bit from like I think Critical, like Most Critical, or Penguin Zero, whatever you want to call them, whatever. I had to hear it not from like YouTube's perspective, but from like Critical and all that. And it's like I don't know. It's stupid. I mean, it's gonna sound crazy, but this is gonna sound absolutely like bonkers for a minute, but it's like YouTube has this like set like this part of the site that's made for kindergartners almost. Something called YouTube Kids. I don't know. I don't know. I remember like this one thing. I think this was a couple years ago, where Tinder tried to make like a Tinder Kids or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, that seems like a great way to get creeps involved. Although to be fair, what right-minded parent would let their kid use Tinder Kids? What I mean, maybe I'm talking out of the sense that I don't know. I'm 19 years old. I'm gonna be 20 in a couple months. And I feel like I'm 50 years old. That's just how I feel, you know. I'm 50 years old. I don't know. I'm gonna get on this rant on YouTube. So like the offensiveness chart or whatever. I don't know. Regardless, our heroes are slowly making our way out. You know, all that jazz. I guess I realized I don't have character studs on, but whatever. I'll make it without it. It's not like I have the cheats on, anyways. Forget about that for a minute, you know. It's not like I've already have 100% of this game already on the save file at least. So, you know, can't wait for the incoming comments that say that I'm being offensive for like giving everyone a purple lightsaber or whatever. And it's like you do realize that Revan had a purple lightsaber in was it Knights of the Old Republic 2, was it? I think. Anyways. It's like Revan as a Sith had a purple lightsaber. I'm pretty sure like with Cal in Jedi Fallen Order, you could have a purple lightsaber. I can get like you want to get Samuel L. Jackson's permission. I can get that at least, but it's like you've already done it with two other characters. I think the realm of possibility isn't open for other ones. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You might think, well, you might be thinking, well, with Cal, I guess he technically is a user of any lightsaber, maybe except for the red one, because that's maybe except for red and or the dark saber, maybe. You can maybe say that, oh, well, Cal also could technically be considered a pink lightsaber user because you can choose to have a pink lightsaber. Yeah, so that means he technically is a purple lightsaber one as well, to be fair. And with Revan, that was like during the. I mean, you have to remember, Knights of the Old Republic was made when the prequels were out. So, if there was ever a time where Samuel L. Jackson would put his foot down and say, "No, you're not having a purple lightsaber," that would have been it. But what do I know? Nothing. What? I was trying to do a cool entrance. Why do you hate me for that? So obviously we do have. I maxed out the stud counter. I don't really need to do that. Plus, I'm going to get claimed anyways if I keep doing this. So, yeah. All right. Okay, Phantom Menace. Episode 1. Yeah, cool. So yes, our heroes are now having to crash down on the planet to warn the locals about, hey, you're not gonna get you're not getting annexed. We have to fight for it, I guess. I don't know. A full-on invasion of one of our territories. I did not see this coming. I'm probably gonna die with a joke. I mean, this is maybe just me, but Spaceballs 2 would have been 1,000 times better than the sequels. I know I'm saying old school stuff right now, but yes, Spaceballs 2 would have been better than the sequels. I'm just saying. Oh, great. At this rate, just let him get run over. Smart move there by Qui-Gon. It appears he doesn't want diseases. I mean, for real. I mean, COVID's still a thing, you know. You're gonna need like 5 shots in order to be cool Qui-Gon, you know. People even make COVID jokes still anymore. I mean, everything's kind of back to normal here at least. I mean, I know in China at least, I know that they have lockdown protests. Totally nuts. Enforced martial law, by the way. Yeah, everyone else is just getting back to normal. Everyone's just going about their daily lives. China's like martial law. I always have to check in here and there to see if my internet's still working because I've had a little bit of an issue of my internet crapping out every so often. So, yeah, there you have it. All right. I'm gonna force pull every single one of my other enemies. Hold on, like just for this level at least. That's my goal. All right, guys. You know what would make this even more like make this even more awesome, like with like the video title and everything. If I could, if YouTube copyright wasn't stupid, I might if I could like freely like do like a Spotify thing where I can pay like $5 for to like do a song or whatever. You know, like record companies do or whatever. You know, like radio. Then I 100% would play like I think it was by Ennio Morricone, like the like a gringo like me. That one's awesome. I like it. I like it. It's great. You know, it's like there's only one man you can trust, and that's a dead man, pretty much. So I'm just saying, if YouTube copyright wasn't stupid, I'd definitely play it because it's a banger. So another one bites the dust, I suppose. There's only 2 levels in. We're pretty much in for. I mean, we're only 2 levels in. That's like, and we're only like 13 minutes in. That's only a level and a cutscene for Skywalker Saga, so that's pretty cool. Yes, the Cubans are again invading our territory. Come at me, Fidel. I'll take it. I'm sorry. I'll never stop laughing at that. uh, all right, we gotta like shoot our way out. Yeah, we gotta relocate to the outer rim and prepare like a counterattack or something. I don't know. Like a little drop down. Hello. Call me speedrunner, you know. It's like I'm just going full speed run here. I missed. There we go. Yeah, episode 1's actually really easy if you know what you're doing. That's what I just realized. So, I'm gonna like snipe these guys. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, not too bad of a day, if I say so myself. Right. I just wanted to play that just for this sound. Let's go, Qui-Gon. If you think about it, right? I mean, people say Qui-Gon's like the most useless Jedi in Star Wars or whatever. I actually would disagree with that. Because I guarantee you, if Qui-Gon was Anakin's master, so I mean he survives the fight with Darth Maul. Let's assume that for a minute, right? Anakin does not fall off to the dark side. That is just what happens. You might think, well, why didn't they just have Mace Windu train him? Which is a valid point, but I won't deny that it is a valid point, because it's true. Why didn't they just let Mace train him? It's like, oh, it's in Qui-Gon's will that he has to, that Obi-Wan must train him. We're Jedi, not miracle workers. Whatever. Plot points have to happen, I suppose. I don't know. I guess the Jedi at that time weren't exactly known for their incredible intelligence compared to, say, Luke's Jedi in the EU, or the Jedi in, say, the Old Republic, as in the PC game, and not Knights of the Old Republic, because those get confused all the time. I know more about about the Old Republic personally. I suck at the Knights of the Old Republic. I think I beat it a couple. I think the main story, I think this year I did. Good game. I wouldn't deny that. Hard, but I thought it was good. So, yeah. The best part about, say, playing as a Sith in like the Old Republic, I always bring this point up because it's a lot like, say, you know, like old actors in Hollywood. Like there's like the old joke that the character actors had more fun than anyone else on set because they were so cartoonishly evil. Like, you know that stereotype? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why, for me in particular, I like playing as like a dark-sided character in say the Old Republic, for example, because the Sith characters are so cartoonishly evil. It's funny. Like, you think they're about to grow like a mustache that resembles like Lemmy from Motorhead or something, you know? So. Where the heck did that coin go? Because I can't swear. You know, like the humans are gonna come for us, so I bet sure. Oh, I ruined the joke. I stuttered a lot. Oh boy, another droid dead because of Jedi brutality. Rest in peace, my brother. All right, now it's time to get into the mess that is the pod race level. Ah, boy. I'm just glad I'm doing the one that's in this game and not the one in, say, like the original Lego Star Wars, like the prequels at least. Uh I will say, um, I kind of want to get like an original Xbox 360 hard drive so I can kind of play that on stream because I think that would be kind of fun to do, like do the original Lego Star Wars. Look, I can only do Complete Saga for so long. I'm sorry. So, and hey, I technically did beat Lego Star Wars 2 on stream. So, you know, it would be kind of cool to do it for this game for that game as well. But I digress. You know, I'm just saying it'd be fun to do for me at least. You know. You know, I've always felt that you know, so I contemplated really what game to do for this one, and I figured, how about I do Qui-Gon? Like anything that has Qui-Gon in it, because you know, I could like make stereotypical jokes about that, about you know Qui-Gon's facial hair or whatever, even though he looks more like an Italian. So, so yeah, I picked episode 1 for this because again, I don't really do that as often, to be fair. I think the one I do the most often is not Revenge of the Sith, but Return of the Jedi. I do that a lot on this channel. And the reason I do that, do Return of the Jedi a lot on this channel, is because in case you aren't aware, Return of the Jedi is my favorite movie, like, ever. So, considering this is just me having a laugh, playing games I enjoy, and I need to make it fun for me, because, believe me, like, that strike, not the strike, but like the warning strike I got from YouTube in 2020 really ruined me, you could say. Kind of ruined it. I had to like go on backup channels just to stream for the longest time. So, you know, I suppose it's better than the nuclear option, but you know, my favorite part is I had a friend who told me like, hey, how about you just contact YouTube? It's like, believe me, if I could contact YouTube, I would, and just get that. If I could, I would. You know, because the problem I think with that is that YouTube is just virtually impossible to contact. You know, if I just had like a hotline to YouTube, like the top 10% of creators on here, then I absolutely would have done it. But no, I have to stick with the fact that I have a warning strike. So if I get another community guidelines, because it was a community guidelines, not a copyright, which even to this day I have no idea how it was a community guidelines strike. Actually, it's just me and my dad just messing around in NCAA. Was it 13, like something like that? And you know, it was just like this funny thing where we created Giovanni Carmazzi, the guy who was picked before Tom Brady, if you didn't know. Okay. And we just made jokes to how he was a yoga exercising goat herder. Then I got nuked. So, never got a reason for why it was nuked. It was just said inappropriate content. So, you know, that's why I streamed mainly on other channels for the meantime, because like streaming is like, ever since I got the feature, when I get hit 100 subs, that's just what I wanted to do, is just stream, you know. So, you know, I don't want to go back doing like lazy 10-minute long reviews of wrestling stuff anymore. You know, it was fun for a while, but it just gets grating after a while because you're just saying the same thing over and over. So, I mean, I make videos for fun. That's what I do. If something becomes less fun, I will stop doing it. So, on a completely unrelated side note, WWE 2K22 is pretty good. I mean, I could definitely see myself doing maybe on another channel, definitely, because I want to shift away from wrestling in here. But you know, I mean, if I was to maybe create like a wrestling channel where I could just link to it, whatever, then yeah, I could definitely do wrestling content again, because you know, I don't expect, if I do end up doing it, don't expect it to be like a common thing if I ever go back to it. Because believe me, doing it for like 3 years kind of maybe took something out of me. Because YouTube. So, yeah. All right. Well, just for the meanwhile, I'm going to wear a U.S. championship. I see belts where it's at, baby. Look, I got to stick to the theme somehow, so I'm doing the UFC belts. All right. If CMLL sold belts online, I would get one of those just for this video. I literally bought Heroes of Wrestling. It's like 3 years ago, so I could review that. Where was I at? Where was I reviewing about? Yeah, Mexican Utopia. Forgot about that. Okay. We're 4 levels in. It's only 20. Not even to the 30-minute mark. So yeah, this will actually be a shorter stream, actually. Which is like 3 in the morning, so it's probably for the best for me. So. Alright. Also, a little bit of a minor nitpick. Like a little bit of a minor nitpick. They say, okay, shoot the guys here and you can do whatever. You know, shoot the guys and we'll get into a fight, right? We're getting into it. No, we're not. We are not getting into a fight right away. You can mostly just dick around. Get a couple coins. You know. The life. Don't try to actually don't actually try to beat this. Just break the stud bank while you're at it, you know? That's what I did. Like, you know, you can just fire taxes in the meantime. As long as you don't cross this barrier, you're fine. Like, I thought you were going to get into, like, some kind of action sequence. Which I'll do right now, actually, because getting in this thing is awesome. Just keep shooting. You know, they say Jedi are civilized people, you know, because they don't use guns or whatever. Well, I'm going to object to that theory. I should have called them we should have just called them an armada to fix our problems. Obviously, I'm joking. I hate to have to clarify it, but yes, I am in fact joking. Let's go, Qui-Gon. Are you good over there, R2? Oh. It's pretty peaceful, other than there's gunfire being rained on us. Oh, there's the intense music again. There we are. I guess you wouldn't call it intense, so what would it be? It's like extremely valiant, I suppose. Like it has like the tone of a valiant savior coming to save the day. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on this, but it's like, oh no, I guess maybe I could see it. I guess nah, that's just a nitpick. That's nitpicking. If this were if they had the same music for the Darth Maul one, then maybe I could say fair enough. You know, that's kind of out of tone. You know, I'm not gonna say it here because you know it's a triumphant savior coming to save the day. It's fitting, I suppose. And more of these guys. But. All right, more guys. Let's go, Fidel Castro. You can send whatever commies up my way. I can send one Jedi, and I won't need to send another. What's up? Boom. That was quick. Anakin just gets shot. Why am I laughing? It's not funny. Why am I laughing? That's a child. All right. I remember one time when I was like, I said like about Kenobi or whatever. Yeah, like the guy who's selling, like pretending to be a Jedi or whatever, he's not really that important in the grand scheme of things. His only purpose is so he can lose like the holo communicator. So for whatever reason, Reva can stumble upon Luke, so she can kill him until she doesn't, or some garbage. People got on my neck about that. It was like, oh my god, you have no idea how important this guy is for the story. Like, he's just about as important as Obi-Wan. I mean, the space cow in The Last Jedi was pretty important too for the nuke that was against Luke's character. So I don't know. Also, isn't it a little bit tiny bit convenient that they had like Luke knocked out for that scene so he can learn episode 4 that a lightsaber exists? Like, you're fine with keeping that detail, but you're not okay with like torpedoing a good chunk of Obi-Wan and Vader's lore. Don't ask questions, just consume product and then get excited for next product. I actually didn't think it was that bad, to be fair. I'm not gonna pretend like it's the greatest thing ever. It was better than Book of Boba Fett. I'll just say that right now. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was okay. That's just my personal opinion. You know, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's bad, okay? That's my personal perspective. So, if I were to say it was bad, I would be lying. But that's just my personal opinion. So, you think it's dog crap? I don't really care. You can call it dog crap. First Amendment, baby. All right. It's time we take back Cancun or something. I don't know. This is stupid. Why do we even come up with these stupid plots? I'm not even a film writer. I'm just some dude who makes stereotypical jokes. Like, all I do is I create dumb utopias. I mean, I've made fun of America like 3 frickin' times. I have to expand my variety, okay? So, in all due seriousness, though, I will say this. Andor was actually really good. I liked it. I thought it was really good. And the worst part is nobody watched it. And the only person you can blame is the Walt Disney Company and Kathleen Kennedy, but you get the point. That's the worst part. It's actually really good. Because not only is it like an interesting like subplot or whatever, it actually gives Andy Serkis justice for the awfulness that was Last Jedi. They, dare I say, they actually made Andor look kind of cool. they actually made him the centerpiece, as opposed to, yes, we'll make us this show called Kenobi, but then we'll and even though it's technically about Kenobi, we're gonna use it to maybe set up a show called Reva or something, because that's what we really want to make a show about, or vice versa. I always hate this. Up here, all done. There we go. Okay. Don't know why it does that, but it does. Boom. I thought that it was really good, actually. And no one watched it because Disney crapped too much on the fans, And that's the worst part, You turn away fans because they don't like what you're putting out. You put out something good, and because you drove them away, no one wants to watch the actual good stuff you want to watch, I swear, like, Lucasfilm nowadays is turning into like a jealous ex-boyfriend. The minute you explore, the minute they break up with you and you explore alternatives, they immediately want you back. We don't need any of you offensive fans who didn't like The Last Jedi. 5 years later, oh my god, why is no one watching Andor? I wonder why. It's funny because Disney was that one company, like not Disney, but Star Wars at least, was that one brand that you would expect would. It was that one brand that you thought would never lose its audience. And Kathleen Kennedy just stepped up and was like, hold my beer. Anyways, here's the final boss. We're going to take down Cuba and fully annex it and all that jazz and establish a Mexican utopia and all that jazz, I just hope Qui-Gon is able to survive here so we can fully achieve this utopia. In all honesty, I have no idea if I'm going to make it as big of a big series as the American one, honestly. I doubt there will be a series that's as funny, to me, at least, that I've ever done. So. I've contemplated making a fourth one, but I kind of like how the third one ended with, like, Return of the Jedi. And I feel like that there's no other way I can maybe do it without doing, like, American Utopia again, without doing Return of the Jedi. Because, like I've said, it's my favorite movie of all time. So, naturally, if I'm making a fourth one, I'm doing Return of the Jedi. That's all I'm going to say. So, I feel like I've done Return of the Jedi a little too much, so I kind of want to, like, expand the variety. That's why I did, for the French one, the second to last video I've done recently. That's why for the French one I did Lego Star Wars 3 and did Clone Wars stuff, and for the Mongol one I did Skywalker Saga with what was it? I think it was like Force Awakens, I believe, for Skywalker Saga. Anyways, I think I've said before that, like, I thought that I was going to be a lot more active, at least with Skywalker Saga, but which, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to do Skywalker Saga stuff. It's just hard to turn away from complete saga, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So that's why I'll do one game, hopefully one different game per stream if I can. So, Qui-Gon has died. Rest in peace. Oh yeah. First time I was on this bridge, I was Chewbacca in the Dutch Utopia, and I forced Darth Maul off. Chewbacca was a hero. I just couldn't see it. Oh boy, I should be considered, like, for not a Razzie. Oh, it's a Razzie. I think that's what it's called. The Golden Raspberry. So yeah, I'd be a Razzie. For having my own callback, despite me being, like, desperately against callbacks, because that's a reference to my Dutch Utopia one. I felt like I didn't think I need to explain that, but yeah, I hate callbacks, so give me a Razzie just for that line by itself. I mean, the only reason I played as Chewbacca is because it was like a stereotypical Dutch guy, you know, tall, probably likes drugs. Hey, I'm technically a descendant of of Dutch descent, so forgive me, ancestors. Anyways. Let's go. It's time to bring an end to Cuba's schemes and fully achieve our Mexican utopia. I just realized I'm near the final boss. I've only made like 3 comments on this. Anyways. Hey, so this is cool to get back to my roots and making dumb jokes and ranting about stuff. So, you know. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, this kind of looks like Fidel Castro on the inside. I mean, he did kill, like, a lot of his own people. So, you know, this may be a resemblance of I'm fighting the inside of Fidel Castro. Yeah, I'm going with that. That's funny. All right. No, Qui-Gon died! No! It's now time for old Ben to see... Well, Utopia is technically achieved right now. We've achieved our Utopia, so that's nice. On the other hand, it's time to see where this goes, because this is the cutscene. Oh no, well, you're dead, dude. Maul has the high ground. You're dead. Or whatever. I love if you can see like his legs are dancing in the background. Rest in peace, Qui-Gon. Our Utopia will build off of your memory. But before we build our Utopia up from the ground up, or whatever, it's time to celebrate. Well, Utopia achieved. I'd say I'm doing well for myself. Well, anyways, for the 2 people who just randomly stumbled upon this, I hope I entertained you well. Hope you enjoyed. God bless and happy gaming. I'll see you later.